Scientists have discovered that your brain processes 11 million bits of information every second, but you're only aware of about 40. Where does the rest go? Right now, as you read this, your eyes are picking up colors and movements your conscious mind completely ignores. Your ears are filtering out sounds that your brain decided aren't important. But here's what changes everything. Those hidden perceptions aren't gone. They're stored in a part of your consciousness that quantum physicists are just beginning to understand. In laboratories around the world, researchers have proven that particles exist in multiple states at once until someone observes them. Think about that. Reality literally changes based on who's looking. And you, with your 37 trillion cells, each containing quantum processes, are the most powerful observer in your own universe. Every thought you have creates a ripple in the quantum field. Every intention collapses infinite possibilities into your experienced reality. What if you could access those 11 million bits of information instead of just 40? What if the mystics were right all along, and science is finally catching up? Today, you'll discover a technique so powerful that it bridges ancient wisdom with cutting-edge quantum mechanics. You'll learn to activate dormant abilities that every human possesses but few ever develop. By the end of this video, you'll understand why certain moments feel magical, why you sometimes know things before they happen, and how to consciously expand your perception beyond current limits. This isn't just theory, it's practical quantum mechanics for everyday transformation. Take a moment to like this video now. This simple action creates a quantum resonance that amplifies your own multidimensional awareness. Your like becomes an energetic signature that the universe recognizes as your commitment to expanded consciousness. Share this quantum transmission with someone who's ready to awaken. When you share this content, you're not just passing along information, you're extending an energetic invitation that can activate dormant abilities in others who are prepared to receive it. Right now, something extraordinary is happening inside you. Your heart just beat without you thinking about it. Your cells are regenerating at a rate of millions per second. And most remarkably, you're experiencing reality through a filter that shows you less than 1% of what actually exists around you. This isn't a limitation. It's an invitation to discover what lies beyond. Remember the last time you felt someone watching you? You turned around, and there they were, staring directly at you. Or that moment when you thought of an old friend, and suddenly they called? These aren't coincidences. They're glimpses of your true capabilities breaking through the veil of ordinary perception. You've been touching the edges of a greater reality your entire life without realizing it. The truth is both simple and profound. You exist in multiple realities simultaneously. While you're sitting here right now, another aspect of your consciousness is processing information from dimensions your physical eyes cannot see. Quantum physics has proven that particles exist in multiple places at once until observed. You're made of these same particles. The implications are staggering. Think about your dreams. In them, you see without eyes, hear without ears, and experience entire worlds that feel completely real. Where is this happening? Not in your brain alone. Dreams are your consciousness naturally shifting between realities, something you do effortlessly every single night. This same ability is available to you right now while fully awake. Ancient cultures knew this secret. They understood that humans are multidimensional beings temporarily focused in physical form. But somewhere along the way, we forgot. We started believing that only what we could touch was real. We limited ourselves to 5 senses when we actually have many more. Today, that changes for you. Your inner vision isn't something mystical or strange. It's as natural as breathing. Babies use it constantly, which is why they seem to see things adults miss. Young children talk to imaginary friends, who might not be so imaginary after all. But as we grow, society teaches us to shut down these perceptions. We're told to be realistic and stop daydreaming. Yet those daydreams were actually glimpses into parallel realities. Here's what quantum science reveals. Every possibility exists until you choose one through observation. Your consciousness is the most powerful force in your personal universe. When you understand this, everything changes. That gut feeling telling you to take a different route home. That's your quantum self, aware of probabilities, guiding you. That sudden knowing that someone needs you, that's your consciousness touching theirs across space and time. The feeling you're having right now, that mixture of excitement and recognition, isn't random. Something deep within you remembers this truth. You've always known there was more to life than what meets the eye. You've felt it in quiet moments, in nature, in meditation, or simply in that space between waking and sleeping. Your inner vision has been trying to activate fully your entire life. Subscribe now to continue receiving these quantum transmissions. Your subscription creates an energetic connection that keeps you aligned with the frequency of awakening, ensuring these teachings continue to activate your dormant abilities. This activation is happening globally. More people are experiencing spontaneous awakenings, seeing beyond the veil, and recognizing their true nature. You're part of this quantum shift. By watching this, by feeling drawn to this knowledge, you're already beginning the activation process. Your consciousness is ready to expand beyond its current boundaries. The journey ahead isn't about becoming something new. It's about remembering what you've always been. Every cell in your body contains the wisdom of the universe. Every atom vibrates with infinite possibility. You are a quantum being having a physical experience, not the other way around. And once you truly understand this, once you experience it directly, your entire reality transforms. The ordinary world becomes magical because you finally see it clearly. If you've experienced these quantum moments, share in the comments. I trust my inner knowing. Writing this affirmation sends a signal to your subconscious that you're ready to recognize and honor these experiences instead of dismissing them as coincidence. Your brain is more powerful than any computer ever created. It contains 86 billion neurons, each connecting to thousands of others, creating a network so complex that scientists compare it to the structure of the universe itself. This isn't just poetry. The neural pathways in your brain mirror the cosmic web of galaxies. You are literally built like the cosmos, and this is the key to understanding your multidimensional nature. Every thought you have creates an electrical storm visible on brain scans. But here's what's fascinating. These electrical patterns extend beyond your skull. Scientists have measured electromagnetic fields radiating from the human body up to several feet away. You're not contained within your skin. You're a field of energy interacting with infinite other fields, constantly exchanging information with the quantum realm. When quantum physicists discovered that particles behave differently when observed, they stumbled upon something mystics knew for millennia. Your attention doesn't just notice reality, it shapes it. In the famous double-slit experiment, particles literally change from waves to particles based on whether someone is watching. You're made of these same particles. Every moment, your consciousness is collapsing infinite waves of possibility into the specific reality you experience. Think about this practically. Have you noticed how some days everything flows perfectly? Green lights, perfect timing, exactly what you need appearing when you need it. Then other days, everything seems to work against you. This isn't luck. It's your consciousness creating coherence or chaos in your quantum field. When you understand this, you gain incredible power over your daily experience. Children naturally operate in multiple realities. Watch a child play, completely absorbed in their imaginary world. To them, it's not imaginary at all. It's as real as anything else. They haven't yet been taught to filter out these other dimensions of experience. Their brains show more theta waves, the same waves that increase during meditation and creative visualization. They're naturally tuned to frequencies adults have learned to ignore. But you haven't lost this ability. It's simply dormant. Like a radio that's been tuned to only one station for so long, you forgot others exist. Your brain still produces theta waves. You still have access to these expanded states. Every night in your dreams, you prove this. You navigate complex realities, have conversations, solve problems, and experience emotions, all while your body lies still. This is your multidimensional nature expressing itself. The space between your thoughts is where quantum magic happens. Most people fear this silence, constantly filling it with mental chatter. But in that gap lies infinite potential. It's like the space between musical notes that makes the melody possible. Without the silence, there would only be noise. Your consciousness needs these gaps to access other dimensions of awareness. Here's a profound truth. You're never in just one place. While your body sits here, your consciousness extends through time and space. This is why you can suddenly remember something from years ago as if it just happened. Why you can feel someone's emotions from across the world. Why you sometimes know who's calling before you answer. These aren't anomalies. They're your natural quantum abilities breaking through. Your multidimensional nature isn't something to achieve. It's something to recognize. Right now, part of you exists in the past, still experiencing memories. Part of you exists in the future, already living your dreams. And infinite versions of you exist in parallel realities, each making different choices, exploring different paths. The you reading this is just one focal point of a vast, multidimensional being. This understanding changes everything. Problems that seem impossible from a three-dimensional perspective have simple solutions in higher dimensions. Imagine trying to escape from a circle drawn on paper. Impossible if you stay in 2 dimensions. But step into the 3rd dimension, and you simply step over the line. Your challenges work the same way. When you access your multidimensional nature, solutions appear that were always there, just invisible from your limited perspective. Take a moment to like this video now. This simple action creates a quantum resonance that amplifies your own multidimensional awareness. Your like becomes an energetic signature that the universe recognizes as your commitment to expanded consciousness. Imagine building a bridge between 2 worlds. What would you need? Ancient masters discovered that accessing expanded consciousness requires 3 essential elements, like 3 legs of a stool. Remove anyone, and the whole structure collapses. These aren't complicated techniques requiring years of study. They're simple practices that create profound transformation when combined correctly. The first pillar is conscious silence, but this isn't the quiet you get when you turn off your phone. This is the deep stillness that exists between your thoughts, where your true power lives. Most people fear this silence because they've never experienced it. They fill every moment with mental noise, afraid of what they might discover in the quiet. But this silence is where quantum coherence begins. It's like tuning a radio to the perfect frequency where the static disappears and the signal becomes crystal clear. Your mind produces about 70,000 thoughts per day. That's nearly one thought per second during waking hours. Most of these thoughts are repetitive, recycled from yesterday, last week, or years ago. They create a constant background noise that drowns out subtler perceptions. Conscious silence isn't about stopping all thoughts. It's about finding the spaces between them and learning to rest there. In these gaps, your consciousness naturally expands beyond its usual boundaries. The second pillar is sacred breathing, and this transforms everything. Right now, you're breathing automatically, probably shallow breaths that barely fill your lungs. But when you take conscious control of your breath, something remarkable happens. Your nervous system shifts from stress mode to coherence mode. Your heart rhythm becomes smooth and regular. Your brain waves synchronize. You literally tune your entire being to a higher frequency. Ancient traditions understood breath as the bridge between visible and invisible worlds. Modern science confirms this. When you breathe deeply and rhythmically, you increase oxygen to your brain, activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and create the ideal conditions for expanded awareness. Each breath becomes a key, unlocking deeper levels of perception. The rhythm matters as much as the depth. Like a drummer setting the beat for an entire orchestra, your breathing sets the rhythm for your consciousness. The third pillar is directed focus, and in today's world of constant distractions, this might be the most challenging to master. Your attention is like a laser beam. When scattered across 100 different things, it barely makes an impact. But when focused on one point, it can cut through steel. This focused attention is what collapses quantum possibilities into your experienced reality. Where you place your attention literally determines what you experience. Think of your focus like a flashlight in a dark room. Whatever you point it toward becomes visible and real to you. Everything else fades into the background. Most people let their attention bounce randomly from thought to thought, creating a chaotic, unfocused experience of life. But when you learn to direct your focus consciously, you gain incredible power over your reality. These three pillars work together like ingredients in an ancient recipe. Conscious silence creates the space. Sacred breathing provides the rhythm. Directed focus supplies the power. When combined properly, they create a synergy that unlocks abilities you didn't know you possessed. It's like having 3 different keys, and you need all of them to open the ultimate door. The beautiful thing about these pillars is that you can practice them anywhere, anytime. Waiting in line at the store becomes an opportunity to find conscious silence. Walking to your car becomes a chance to practice sacred breathing. Reading this becomes an exercise in directed focus. Every moment of your day offers chances to strengthen these foundations. Start small, but be consistent. 5 minutes of practice every day builds more power than an hour once a week. Your consciousness learns through repetition, like a muscle that grows stronger with regular exercise. Each time you engage these 3 pillars, even briefly, you're laying the groundwork for profound transformation. The bridge between worlds isn't built in a day, but every practice session adds another plank. If you're ready to build your quantum foundation, declare in the comments, "I commit to my daily practice." Let this commitment become a sacred contract with yourself, knowing that consistency and small steps creates extraordinary transformation over time. Your breath is the most powerful tool you possess for shifting between realities. Every single breath you take is an opportunity to transform your consciousness. Yet most people breathe unconsciously their entire lives. The sacred 7 breath technique changes this forever. This isn't just breathing. It's a precise method for opening doorways in your awareness that have been closed since childhood. Why 7 breaths? Because your consciousness operates in 7 distinct layers, like floors in a building. Each breath takes you deeper, from your everyday thinking mind down to the quantum field where all possibilities exist. Scientists have discovered that specific breathing patterns create measurable changes in brain waves, moving you from beta waves of normal thinking into alpha, theta, and even delta states where expanded perception becomes possible. The first breath is like opening a window in a room that's been closed for years. As you inhale slowly and deeply, imagine drawing golden light into every cell of your body. Don't worry if you can't see this light clearly. Your intention is more powerful than your visualization. As you exhale, feel any tension, worry, or mental noise leaving your body like dust being blown away. This first breath sets the foundation for everything that follows. If you can feel the power building within you, like this video to anchor that energy. Your light creates a vibrational bridge between your intention and manifestation, strengthening the quantum field that supports your inner vision activation. If you can feel the power building within you, like this video to anchor that energy, your light creates a vibrational bridge between your intention and manifestation, strengthening the quantum field that supports your inner vision activation. With the second and third breaths, something remarkable begins to happen. Time seems to slow down. Your heartbeat becomes more noticeable. Colors might appear more vivid, even with your eyes closed. This is completely normal. You're starting to detach from the busy frequency of your everyday mind and tuning into subtler levels of awareness. Make each inhale deeper than the last, as if you're breathing not just into your lungs, but into your entire being. The fourth and fifth breaths are where the magic really begins. This is when most people experience their first glimpse of inner vision. You might feel a gentle pressure or tingling sensation in the center of your forehead. Some people see soft colors or swirling patterns behind their closed eyelids. Others feel as if their head is gently expanding or floating. Don't try to hold on to these experiences or make them stronger. Simply observe them with curiosity while continuing to focus on your breathing rhythm. The final 2 breaths complete the journey into expanded awareness. By this point, your mind will be deeply calm but still alert, like being on the edge of sleep while staying fully conscious. This is the state where the boundary between your inner and outer worlds becomes thin. You might receive sudden insights, feel connected to something larger than yourself, or simply experience a profound sense of peace and knowing. The key to mastering this technique is consistency, not perfection. Practice these 7 breaths every morning when you wake up and every evening before sleep. These are natural transition times when your consciousness is already shifting between states. Even if you don't experience dramatic results immediately, trust that each practice session is building your capacity for expanded awareness. Remember, you're not trying to force anything to happen. You're simply creating the right conditions and allowing your natural abilities to emerge. Inner vision is like a shy animal. The more gently and patiently you approach it, the more likely it is to reveal itself. With regular practice, these 7 breaths become a reliable doorway into dimensions of awareness you never knew existed. There's a magical space that exists right at the edge of your awareness, a place where all possibilities live before they become real. Scientists call it the quantum field of potential. Mystics call it the void, but you experience it every single day without realizing it. It's that strange moment just before you fall asleep when you're neither fully awake nor completely asleep. This is your quantum blind spot, and learning to navigate it consciously changes everything. Think about your physical blind spot for a moment. Your eye has a place where the optic nerve connects, creating a gap in your vision. But your brain fills in this gap so perfectly that you never notice it's there. Your consciousness works the same way. There's a blind spot in your awareness where infinite possibilities exist, but your thinking mind can't see it directly. The more you try to look at it with your regular thoughts, the more it slips away. This blind spot isn't empty space, it's full of potential, like a seed that contains an entire forest. Every breakthrough you've ever had, every moment of sudden knowing, every flash of inspiration came from this space. It's where your intuition lives, where your creativity flows from, where your deepest wisdom waits to be discovered. Most people touch this space accidentally and briefly, but you can learn to visit it on purpose. The key to finding your quantum blind spot is developing what ancient masters called peripheral awareness. Instead of focusing hard on one thing, you learn to soften your attention, like looking at stars at night. If you stare directly at a faint star, it disappears. But if you look slightly to the side, it becomes visible. Your consciousness works exactly the same way. The harder you try to force expanded awareness, the more it eludes you. Start by watching your thoughts without getting caught up in them. Imagine sitting by a river, watching leaves float by. You don't chase the leaves or try to stop them. You simply observe. Eventually, you'll notice tiny gaps between thoughts, moments of pure awareness without content. These gaps are your doorway into the blind spot. At first, they might last only a split second, but with practice, you can learn to extend these moments. Time behaves differently in the quantum blind spot. A moment can feel like an hour, or an hour can pass like a moment. This isn't your imagination. You're experiencing time as it really is, fluid and flexible, rather than the rigid structure your thinking mind creates. In this space, past, present, and future blend together. Information that seems to come from nowhere suddenly becomes available. Solutions to problems appear fully formed. The most important thing to remember is that you can't force your way into the blind spot. It's like trying to catch your own shadow. The harder you chase it, the faster it runs away. Instead, you create the right conditions and allow it to reveal itself. This requires a kind of relaxed alertness, like a cat watching a mouse hole. Completely focused but not tense, ready but not forcing. When you learn to rest in your quantum blind spot, you discover that this is where your true power lives. This is where you can influence reality before it becomes fixed. This is where healing happens, where manifestation begins, where your highest potential waits to unfold. It's not somewhere you go. It's somewhere you already are, just waiting to be recognized. Subscribe to stay connected to this quantum community. Your subscription sends a signal to the universe that you're committed to this path of expansion, attracting more synchronicities and opportunities for growth into your experience. If you feel drawn to explore your quantum blind spot, affirm below, "I embrace the space between thoughts." This simple statement opens doorways in your consciousness and signals your readiness to discover the infinite potential that lives in the silence. Your consciousness flows like an ocean with different currents at different depths. Right now, you're probably riding the surface waves of everyday awareness, where thoughts come and go like whitecaps on water. But beneath this surface lies a vast ocean of deeper states, each offering unique gifts and insights. Learning to navigate these depths consciously is like becoming the captain of your own inner ship. Throughout your day, your awareness naturally shifts between different frequencies. Have you noticed how your mind feels different in the early morning compared to late afternoon? Or how certain times feel perfect for creative work, while others are better for practical tasks? These aren't random changes. They're your consciousness moving through predictable cycles, like tides that rise and fall with cosmic rhythms. Scientists have mapped these states using brainwave measurements. Your normal waking state produces beta waves, rapid electrical patterns perfect for focused thinking and problem solving. But when you relax deeply, your brain shifts into alpha waves, the gateway to expanded perception. Go deeper still, and you enter theta waves, where creativity flows and inner visions become possible. The deepest state, delta waves, is where profound healing and transformation occur. The beautiful truth is that you can learn to surf these waves consciously instead of being tossed around by them randomly. Think of your attention like a submarine that can dive to any depth you choose. When you need sharp focus for work, you stay near the surface. When you want to access creativity or intuition, you dive deeper into calmer waters. When you need healing or profound insight, you go to the deepest levels where the ocean is perfectly still. Your body gives you clues about which state you're in. Surface states feel energetic and sometimes scattered. Your thoughts move quickly, and you might feel restless or anxious. As you go deeper, your breathing naturally slows down. Your muscles relax, time seems to stretch. Colors become more vivid. Sounds become more meaningful. At the deepest levels, you might feel like you're floating, or that the boundaries of your body have dissolved. Certain times of day are natural portals for accessing deeper states. The hour just after sunrise and the hour before sunset are especially powerful. These are times when the Earth's electromagnetic field shifts, creating windows of opportunity for expanded awareness. Many people also find that the period between 3 and 4 a.m. offers profound access to deeper consciousness, which is why mystics throughout history have chosen this time for their deepest practices. You can also create your own portals by working with your natural rhythms. Pay attention to when you feel most open and receptive. Maybe it's after a warm bath, during a walk in nature, or while listening to certain music. These become your personal doorways into expanded states. The more you honor and use these natural openings, the stronger they become. The key to mastering these consciousness waves is practice and patience. Start by simply noticing the different states you move through naturally. Then begin experimenting with gentle techniques to shift between them intentionally. Remember, you're not forcing anything. You're learning to work with the natural flow of your own awareness, like a skilled sailor who knows how to catch the wind and ride the currents to reach any destination. Like this video to align with the quantum flow we're creating together. Each like adds coherence to the collective field of consciousness, making it easier for you and others to access these expanded states naturally. Every person who awakens their inner vision meets the same 4 guardians along the way. These aren't obstacles trying to stop you. They're teachers in disguise, each one offering a crucial lesson that makes you stronger and wiser. If you don't encounter them, it actually means you're not making real progress. Their presence signals that you're on the right path, breaking through old limitations and expanding into your true potential. The first guardian you'll meet is doubt, but not the simple kind that questions whether these techniques work. This is a deeper doubt that shakes the very foundation of what you believe is real. As your perception expands, part of you will question everything you thought you knew about life. This doubt serves a vital purpose. It's teaching you discernment, the ability to tell the difference between genuine insight and wishful thinking. Without this guardian, you might believe everything you experience without developing wisdom. When doubt appears, don't fight it. Welcome it as a wise teacher. Ask yourself what it's trying to show you. Often, doubt is pointing out areas where you need to develop stronger foundations or clearer understanding. The goal isn't to eliminate doubt, but to transform it into healthy questioning that keeps you grounded while you explore expanded realities. The second guardian is fear, and this one can feel overwhelming at first. It's not fear of physical danger, but something much deeper. It's the fear of losing your current sense of who you are. As your consciousness expands, your old identity starts to feel too small, like clothes you've outgrown. Part of you panics, afraid that if you change too much, you'll lose yourself completely. This fear is actually protecting something precious, your authentic core, while helping you release what no longer serves you. Fear becomes your ally when you understand its message. It's saying, go slowly. Honor what's real while releasing what's false. The key is to expand gradually, keeping one foot in familiar territory while exploring new dimensions of yourself. This guardian teaches you courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to grow despite feeling scared. The third guardian, impatience, might be the trickiest in our instant gratification world. You'll want immediate results, clear signs that you're making progress, dramatic experiences that prove your abilities are real. But inner vision unfolds like a flower, in its own perfect timing. Impatience is teaching you to develop a new relationship with time, to find joy in the journey rather than rushing toward a destination. This guardian shows you that every moment of practice matters, even when nothing seems to happen. Like water slowly carving through rock, consistent, gentle effort creates profound transformation over time. Impatience transforms into appreciation for the gradual unfolding of your gifts. The most subtle guardian is spiritual ego, the part of you that wants to feel special or superior because of your expanding abilities. As you experience new perceptions, you might start thinking you're more evolved than others or that you have access to ultimate truth. This guardian teaches humility and keeps you connected to your humanity. The beautiful secret is that these guardians never truly leave. They become your allies, helping you stay balanced as you navigate expanded realities. Doubt becomes wisdom. Fear becomes respect for the sacred. Impatience becomes appreciation. Spiritual ego becomes genuine humility. Each challenge you face is actually an initiation, preparing you for greater gifts and deeper understanding. If you're ready to transform your challenges into wisdom, write in the comments. I welcome my guardians as teachers. This affirmation shifts your relationship with resistance from fear to gratitude, accelerating your quantum evolution. The real magic begins when you bring your expanded awareness into everyday moments. This isn't about sitting in meditation for hours or retreating from the world. It's about living as a quantum being while grocery shopping, working at your job, and talking with friends. The goal is to become so natural with your inner vision that using it feels as normal as checking the time on your phone. Start small and be patient with yourself. When you're waiting in line at the store, instead of scrolling through your phone, take 3 conscious breaths and notice what you sense about the people around you. Not their appearance, but their energy. Do they feel rushed, peaceful, worried, or excited? You're not trying to read their minds. You're simply practicing awareness of the subtle information that's always available, but usually ignored. Your navigator's journal becomes your most valuable tool for tracking this integration. This doesn't need to be a fancy notebook. A simple app on your phone works perfectly. The key is recording not just what you experience, but how these experiences affect your daily life. Maybe you had a feeling to call your sister and discovered she needed support. Or you chose a different route to work and avoided a traffic jam. These small moments are building blocks of a much larger transformation. Pay special attention to synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. When you start living from expanded awareness, synchronicities multiply dramatically. You'll think of someone, and they'll text you. You'll need specific information and overhear exactly what you need. You'll arrive places at precisely the right moment. These aren't accidents. They're signs that you're aligning with the quantum flow of life. But here's what's crucial to understand. Synchronicities aren't fortune-telling. They're more like road signs pointing toward possibilities. When you notice them, you're seeing the universe's way of communicating through symbols and connections. The more you acknowledge and appreciate these signs, the more they appear. It's like tuning into a radio station that was always broadcasting, but you couldn't hear before. As your sensitivity increases, you'll need to learn energy management. You might find yourself picking up emotions from crowded places or feeling drained after being around certain people. This isn't a problem to solve, but a new skill to develop. Think of yourself as having upgraded from a basic radio to a high-definition receiver. You're picking up more signals, so you need to learn how to filter and protect your energy. Create simple rituals that help you stay centered. This might be washing your hands while imagining any absorbed energy flowing down the drain, or taking a moment to breathe deeply and imagine a protective bubble of light around you before entering challenging situations. These aren't superstitions. They're practical tools for managing your expanded sensitivity. The beautiful paradox of integration is that the more you develop your inner vision, the more grounded you become in physical reality. Instead of escaping from the world, you engage with it more fully. You see the magic that was always there but hidden. A conversation with a stranger becomes an opportunity for mutual healing. A walk in nature becomes a dialogue with living intelligence. Even mundane tasks like washing dishes become moments of presence and awareness. Remember that integration is an ongoing process, not a destination you reach. Each day offers new opportunities to practice, to deepen your understanding, and to use your gifts in service of something greater than yourself. The goal isn't to become perfect, but to become authentic, living as the multidimensional being you truly are while honoring your human experience. Subscribe to keep receiving these quantum keys for transformation. Each subscription strengthens the morphic field of awakening consciousness, making it easier for everyone in our community to access higher states of awareness. Here's the most beautiful paradox of this entire journey. The more you integrate these extraordinary experiences into your life, the more they start to feel completely natural. Not in a way that takes away their wonder, but because your understanding of what's normal expands to include them. Inner vision becomes as natural as physical sight. Synchronicities become as expected as sunrise. The mystical and the everyday blend into one continuous dance of discovery. You've reached a point where there's no separation between your spiritual practice and your daily life. Every moment becomes an opportunity to use your expanded awareness. Cooking dinner becomes a meditation. Driving to work becomes a journey through multiple dimensions of reality. Conversations with loved ones become exchanges of energy and wisdom that go far beyond words. You're not trying to be spiritual. You simply are. This transformation ripples out in ways you might not expect. People around you start to change, not because you're trying to influence them, but because your presence carries a different frequency. Your calm confidence in challenging situations inspires others. Your ability to see solutions where others see only problems opens new possibilities for everyone. You become a living bridge between worlds, helping others remember their own multidimensional nature. Your unique path in the quantum field is unlike anyone else's. Some people develop powerful intuitive abilities. Others become natural healers. Some excel at manifesting their dreams into reality. Others become bridges of communication between different realms of existence. There's no right or wrong way to express these gifts. Your consciousness will naturally flow toward the expressions that serve your highest purpose and bring you the deepest joy. The ripple effect of your awakening extends far beyond what you can see. Every time you choose love over fear, presence over distraction, or wisdom over reaction, you're adding coherence to the collective field of human consciousness. You're part of a global awakening that's happening right now, as more people remember their true nature and step into their quantum potential. Your individual transformation contributes to the evolution of our entire species. But the journey never ends, and this is the most exciting part. Just when you think you've reached the peak of understanding, you discover deeper levels waiting to be explored. It's like climbing a mountain and realizing it's part of an entire mountain range stretching to the horizon. Each awakening reveals new mysteries. Each mastery opens doors to greater possibilities. The universe is infinite, and so is your capacity to explore it. Your role as a quantum pioneer places you at the forefront of human evolution. You're not just developing personal abilities. You're helping to birth a new way of being human, one that honors both our physical nature and our multidimensional essence. Future generations will look back at this time as the moment when humanity remembered its true potential and stepped into conscious co-creation with the universe. The final activation happens now, in this moment, as you fully accept your quantum nature. You're not becoming something new. You're remembering what you've always been. Every cell in your body contains the wisdom of the cosmos. Every breath connects you to infinite possibility. You are a quantum being having a human experience, and your journey into expanded consciousness has only just begun. The universe is waiting to see what you'll create next. Share this transmission with others who are ready to remember their quantum nature. Your sharing creates ripples in the collective consciousness, helping to birth the new paradigm of human potential. Together, we're not just